What's going on, everybody? This is John Jake Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the FCS Dynasty here on NCAA 06. And today we will see 4 teams get reduced down to 2. We will have the semifinals here as we have the FCS semifinals battle here. Georgia Southern, San Diego State, James Madison, and Southeast Missouri State. Who's going to go to the national championship game? So you're going to want to stick around, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well if you do happen to be brand new to the channel. And we will start with the first semifinal game that we have here on tap here in this episode. We have number 1 seeded Georgia Southern taking on the number 5 seeded San Diego State Aztecs. And right now the Aztecs, they are not starting out very well at all, as they are going to give up an early touchdown in this game as the junior Blake Williams, he'll find his way into the end zone as they will take a 7-0 lead already. Not to mention Ikeda Woods. You already know he's a certified bad man. Ikeda Woods down the middle of the field. He's gonna be gone like a girl in a country song. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. That is a 51-yard score, and Georgia Southern, they are firing on all cylinders right now. They're going to quickly take a 14-0 lead. After a free and out by San Diego State, Georgia Southern comes back out onto the field and does hand the football off to Joseph Krakowski. He does end up getting lit up like a Christmas tree, so maybe we'll see the Aztecs settle down here a little bit. We'll see if Ryan Vaughn can get them back into this football game, but it's looking very questionable for sure as the true freshman, Josh Rooney, he is going to pick off Ryan Vaughn, who has kind of labored through the FCS playoffs, even though his team has made it pretty far. I know I just burped that sexy. And what else is sexy is Blake Williams running down the field. He'll pick up a first down of his own, and they will get across the 50-yard line. Later on in the drive, now seeing Georgia Southern in the red zone. Ikeda Woods looking for rushing touchdown number 2. He is going to get that. And Ikeda Woods does score yet again. His second rushing touchdown. It is confirmed, and Georgia Southern, they are confirmed to be rolling right now. 21-0 now your score, and it's a huge game right now for Georgia Southern. They are all over San Diego State, who simply has not had any answers right now, as Ikeda Woods will have a rare passing attempt. We'll get it out to Gary Robertson, the true freshman, who helps pick up a big gain through the air there too. And now in the red zone, Ikeda Woods, 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Woods pitches it out to Joseph Krakowski. He breaks a tackle, and the sophomore custom finds the end zone there too. Georgia Southern flying all over the Aztecs of San Diego State, who are experiencing a apocalypse level event here in the FCS playoffs. So San Diego State, they are down bad early, and they're just desperate, just really desperate to have anything positive go their way. We'll see if that changes here though. Down the sideline, this is Bowser. Bowser gets away from a tackler, and San Diego State will finally get themselves on the board. So at least it's not completely terrible here in the first half. But the thing about the second half though, Georgia Southern, they're going to get that football back. And Ikeda Woods, he's not playing around this year. He wants a national championship. This is his final go with his teammates. 4 FCS playoff appearances during his time at Georgia Southern. He wants to finish with a national championship, and the rest of this team is following him too, especially when young guys are making plays, and Josh Rooney is one of them. He'll get his second interception of the game. It's been a great game for Josh Rooney, the true freshman, really stepping up. And it's yet another opportunity for Georgia Southern to put points on the board. And they do that. They do put up yet another field goal. They're up by 24. But here comes Ryan Vaughn now. Ryan Vaughn, he needs to wake up. He needs his team to respond. That's one way to do it. Throw a dime over the corner. But now facing a huge third down to keep the drive alive. 3rd and 10. Vaughn fires over the middle of the field. He finds Bowser. He's going to break the tackle from DeAndre Dowdell II. And Dowdell II does make the tackle eventually. But Bowser with a huge gain in the process. And he needed that. Ryan Vaughn needed that. You saw the stats at the bottom of the screen. He has really labored through this football game. 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Trying to punch it in. Gets it to the tailback. The tailback has to fight and claw with his fingernails. But a touchdown is still going to be a touchdown. And San Diego State, they cut this lead down to at least 18 points. But they will go for it here on the 2-point conversion. Looking over to the left-hand side. It's intercepted. We haven't seen this before. A 2-point conversion for the defense. And if Bowser can't catch him, he's going to be gone, and Trey Willis will finish the play. So Georgia Southern, their defense, they scores 2 points. How about them apples? You do not see that every day, but we do see it here in the semifinals of the FCS playoffs. So Georgia Southern, they do get the football, but not only that, they extend their lead. We'll see if Ikeda Woods can extend it further. And he's going to look to take it on the option. Looking over the left-hand side. He breaks a couple of tackles. Now, he's off to the races. Nobody on screen now. He's going to celebrate his way into the end zone. And even though maybe that would have been a penalty in 2022, y'all already know these refs. They can be a little bit on the soft side. They got a little bit of Charmin in them. I mean, Ikeda Woods earned it, though. He made some men look silly today. And it's 40-13. We still have a whole quarter left to play. And at this point, Ryan Vaughn, I don't think he's even in the game. He's a impact player, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, he should be. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. So this is actually their backup quarterback, just trying to, get some reps for the younger guys, since it seems like a foregone conclusion that unless there's a miracle, it does look like that Georgia Southern, they are going to move on to the national championship game. It will be their second national championship appearance. And sure enough, that's exactly what they do. Great win for Georgia Southern. They're now having a historic season, 16-0. They'll be the first team in this dynasty to finish with an unbeaten season. We haven't seen that yet in this series. We might see that with this Georgia Southern squad, though, as that will make it 16-0. And Georgia Southern, they will await the winner of the Southeast Missouri State and James Madison game for the national championship. So we'll see who Georgia Southern now will go up against in that national championship game. And do we have ourselves a doozy? Coach Montano of the James Madison Dukes taking on Coach Tybert Guillen of the Southeast Missouri State Redhawks. We got a battle that we are certainly excited for. Larry Scott, he's ready to go for Southeast Missouri State, on the verge of 1,000 yards receiving, but he'll have to wait a little bit, though, because James Madison, they're going to start out with the football. And Stephen Rogers, he's feeling himself early. Looking over the middle, he's going to find a stud wide receiver. And it's a big group of receivers. Jonathan Henderson, he's going to make the catch. Kind of an unsung hero in this offense. But he's definitely a very talented receiver, though. Speaking of talent, how about Jody Gentry, the other custom, that's going to make a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. And the Dukes, they get another one on the scoreboard. It's 7-0. So now, Southeast Missouri State gets rolling. They need some production from Travis Johnson, because I'm going to tell you right now, this has the makings of being a shootout. But Travis Johnson, the sophomore custom, he might be ready for the challenge in front of him. He finds Larry Scott and gets a good gain downfield. And Scott, he's going to look over the right-hand side, but he's going to get dropped in the backfield. And that is actually going to be the freshman redshirt, Brad Childress, who is going to be bringing him down. This is a very unproven player. Had to step up because of the injuries on defensive line, the suspensions. early on in the season, Brad Childress plays well above his overall. He's only like a 68 overall. He plays well above that at times. And the rest of the team, really steps up too. It's just a nice culture at James Madison, it seems like. As David Foreign, he's going to find the end zone. He gets yet another touchdown. And it's 14-0 already. And when James Madison defense is playing like this, look out. That's a team that could win a national championship. I mean, of course we think that. This is the semifinals. We only got the real contenders now. 3rd and 18 from the 27-yard line. No, Travis Johnson needs a big play, but it's going to be dropped in the backfield quickly. That is the true freshman, Jose Pilo. And Jose Pilo just came screaming in like a bullet from an M16. And Travis Johnson had no chance. They had to punt the football away, but James Madison couldn't do anything with the ball after that. So 14-0 still. As how about this throw over to the left-hand side, and it's a touchdown. It is going to be a touchdown for the Southeast Missouri State Redhawks. That is going to be a score, and just keeping his feet in bounds. He wanted it, and it's cut to just a one-score game. We're still in the first quarter, though. A lot happening in this first quarter of action, including another dime thrown out to Jody Gentry there, as Gentry is able to make the catch and pick up some more yardage downfield. Is now 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Gentry, sometimes it's just better to be lucky than it is to be good, because Kentrill, the custom for Southeast Missouri State, he had his hands on the football there. It's a nice deflection. It just got deflected to the wrong player, and Jody Gentry took advantage of that. He's going to get a second score of the game. And it's one of those games that can completely fall out of hand here for Southeast Missouri State. But luckily, Mark Smith, he's going to get a big catch downfield. He has the only touchdown for the Redhawks in this game. And now a red zone situation ensues. One of the best red zone teams in the country is going to hand it off to their running back, Thomas Moore. And Thomas Moore is going to finish the drive. He'll get a touchdown for the Redhawks. It's now 21-14. Still in favor of James Madison, but can they find a way to get stops on this James Madison offense? They've been able to move the ball up and down the field, it seems like. As Stephen Rogers, we have not played a full half of football yet. And after finding Brad Aldrowsy for a really nice gain, doing a nice job keeping himself in bounds as well. He's well over 200 yards. As now Rogers looks to continue the hot streak, getting it out to the left-hand side. He finds Kevin Crum into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. And the Dukes get another one up on the scoreboard. That's going to be a touchdown for the James Madison Dukes. And now we're looking at 28-14. Johnson trying to get anything going in order to keep up. But Brad Childress, he's on him once again. 8th sack of the season. Huge sack there as well. Southeast Missouri State might not be going anywhere unless they get a huge first down. Travis Johnson dropping back to pass once more, but after another sack, 4th and 13. We're going to have to see them punt this football away yet again. So it does make it 28-14 after one half of play. Been a pretty good game so far. We'll see if the second half provides the same level of competition, as Jody Gentry just mossed 2 defenders from the Redhawks. That's Kelly Russell, and also I believe that is Ken Trill in the area too. That's custom on custom crime. We'll see if he goes back to Gentry. Over the middle. No, it's Kevin Crum, but he still picks up a pretty significant gain there as well, as Crum, huge first down all by himself too, wide but naked open in the zone coverage. James Madison will get a field goal off of that. As a look again over to the middle of the field, it is caught by David Foreign, and David Foreign will pick up that first down there too. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from that 46-yard line, as David Foreign able to make a nice catch there too. I haven't said David Foreign's name too terribly much, but we all know that David Foreign is a dog, that's for sure. As now Rogers looks over the left-hand side. He's got a chance to add onto the scoreboard, and he does. Touchdown, James Madison. That is a special player in Brad Drowsy, the sophomore, extending the lead 38-14. And now, backs against the wall for Travis Johnson. Gonna throw over to Mike Scott, who's gonna score in the end zone there too. They will be going for the 2-point conversion. I definitely can see why. If they can get this 2-point conversion, it's still a 2-score game. This game is far from over. So on the ensuing 2-point conversion, they will go play action, but Johnson is going to get hit before he can release the football. He will be dropped in the backfield, and that's going to still make it 3 possessions. And Southeast Missouri State trying to, get some points on the board, but it's just too little too late. And it's just one of those things where the offense wasn't really that bad today. I mean, 27 points, and they didn't turn the football over. James Madison, they just simply brought it today. They brought an excellent performance on the offensive side of football. Did enough on defense too. Played situational football, and we now will have our national championship game set. Congratulations to James Madison. They will be making their first national championship appearance in this series. As we check out the stats for both teams real quick. And like I said, this was a well-played game, and both teams definitely showed that they were worthy of this trip. So the national championship this year, what that is going to mean is that this year's national championship game is going to be a revenge game. These two teams did meet up in the year 3 playoffs, and on Georgia Southern's way to being the national runner-up, they played in the quarterfinals, and Georgia Southern blown out those James Madison Dukes. Now they're rated just about the same. B overall squads, B- offenses, B- defenses. We'll see if James Madison can get their revenge in their very first national championship appearance, or will Georgia Southern extend that winning streak up to 17 games here in year number 4, and in their second appearance to the national championship game, they win their first national title in this series. So guys, you are not going to want to miss this. The national championship game here in the FCS Dynasty. It's going to be a good one. So make sure you go ahead and smack that like button if you enjoyed today's playoff action that has this semifinal action, and we saw some very good games here in the semifinals. That's for sure. All 4 teams deserved to be where they were in the tournament. And if you are liking what you're seeing here on the channel, you're brand new as well, make sure you go ahead and smack that subscribe button, as that truly helps the brother out as well. Shoot, leave a comment for me as well. This is John J Gaming on the mic signing off, coming at you with the national championship in the next episode. But until then, I hope you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.